love crime.
As we go on, like we do when it's hot outside. I wanna just chill with you, chill with you. What you need, a little mind at ease. There's a little sunshine in the summer breeze. Yes, yes, baby, if you feel the same.
Made it to see a whole nother summer and it feel good. Stop now, top down through the neighborhood. Let the wind blow, open up the window. That girl is poison like Belle Biv DeVoe. We have a barbecue.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Broncos going up against the Bills. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Denver Broncos. Hello, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season.
But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, the former Houston Cougar, Case Keenum.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Slot man moves right. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
Here's Keenum now on second down. And this one complete to Virgil Green. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Working from the gun, Keenum. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
A team that was consistently in the top 5 just a few seasons ago. They finished 27th overall in offense in 2016. A combination of uncertain line play and inconsistent quarterbacking, I think, led to that ranking.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
This defense has always carried itself with a swagger, and one of the things they take great pride in, rushing the passer. They were 6th against the pass in 2016. Have to shore up their run defense, though. Just 29th. That's quite a surprise, considering the athletes they have on that side of the ball.
Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Green, the tight end, in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And able to find Green. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. That's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green
39. 1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Green, the tight end, in motion. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the numbers there for Demaryius Thomas last time out. 3 catches, 77 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
And there are the numbers for C.J. Anderson on the ground last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Keenum throwing on second. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Play action. Now it's Keenum. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. The first of the career for Tre'Davious White. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Taylor. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. Taylor hit. He lost the football. It's picked at the 30, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch the... Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the interception, here's Keenum. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right around the 31. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They can run another play. The clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. It's the Broncos with the early lead. And we're back to upstate New York after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
You got 4. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Where's 52?
They give it to Anderson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time that we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into week 3, and he's looking really, really strong. Already has won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in week 2 with runs like that and then some. To throw on second down is Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Keenum on third down. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
What's going on?
In the red zone this time.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Anderson. Fights free at the 5. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Hello.
Gone! 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 All right, here we go. 3-19!
They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. C.J. Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
McManus now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it's C.J. Anderson who tops it off with the touchdown run. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Hey, we've got tight left, tight ends left.
Let's go!
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me is balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Play action, it's Taylor. Open man is Holmes. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go. What? None. Single. What? None.
Maybe a free play now for Taylor. They find some open field here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Offside though, big watch.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it?
Unfucking
Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Let's go. What? None.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On first and 10, it's Taylor. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Clay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And that one makes it 14-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Keenum on first down. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. So second down, 3 yards to go now.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Anderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
In motion left here, Sanders. They run again on first down. Anderson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Keenum to throw on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go! Blue 90! Hot! Blue 90!
Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rushers, Jamal Charles on the carry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now the second-year man from Syracuse, Riley Dixon, on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, is our focus here in this player spotlight.
Really?
Where he thought, hey, we can get some bombs in this game. We can get deep, and that's exactly what's going on. But I don't think he thought if they could do that they'd be on the losing end.
Hello.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
Hello.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
This time to the tailback. Rumbling past the 30. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Bills are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Broncos have come in and look good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Broncos on offense. First quarter winding down. Keenum's got to rush the throw, and it's intercepted. White's a chance to come away with the pick, ending the draw. Broncos have it midway through the second. Anderson's going to look for a gap, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. First and 10 as they move out in front, 14-0. Taylor's got the completion here. Ends up working for a touchdown. Bills down by 7.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Taylor. Space to maneuver at the 40. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Here we go.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that
and now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go. White 90.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Come on, let's go.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. He sets to fire deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
We've got a 3rd and 11.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And some room to work. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Come on, let's go.
2nd and goal from the 7. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Taylor to throw, and he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. Cody Latimer now on the return. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They start the drive with Anderson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the kick. 2nd and 8.
Double tight. Double tight. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Single receiver. All right, here we go. Leopard! Leopard! Watch 85.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Play action. Now Taylor. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Zay Jones, a 2nd-round pick from East Carolina. Some thought could have been a 1st-round.
High-volume guy at East Carolina. I mean, the big-time catch, 158 of them in 2016. And he's an NFL legacy. His father, a longtime linebacker in the league.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Strong left, strong left. Here we go, T. Here I come. Oh, let's go!
They'll run it now, out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Come on, let's go!
On 2nd down, Taylor. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go! What? 90!
Taylor now off the bootleg. It's caught. Tolbert. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far in second down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. And I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And he's got room. Taylor hit. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Man left, man left. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 17-yard line.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
The slot man in motion right. Again, Anderson. And some room to roam now. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They run. Anderson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Set. Detroit. Detroit.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Toss play. This is Anderson. And now running right through it. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They run it again with Anderson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Green, the tight end, in motion. Time running out here on the play clock. Another toe here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On play action, now Keenum. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Now let's go. Blue 90. We got Blue 90. Over.
They run the counter now. It's Anderson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Bronco football as we get. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Anderson. And some room to maneuver. And able to work his way down to the 16. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
They'll run with Booker. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run. Anderson. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage. Back to the 16. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Keenum wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Keenum to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
It's good, and it's 21-10. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here come the Bills. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Let's go!
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Taylor will throw. Dumps it underneath to Tolbert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down.
Let's go!
And now the spike with 36 seconds left to go.
Strong left!
Throwing again, it's Taylor. Powers ahead at the 45. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in the bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
The Bills on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
Taylor now to throw on third down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Let's go! White 90!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go! White 90!
On second down, here's Taylor. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.